Okay, so today we're going to make our very own one-of-a-kind flannel shirt. I started with this flannel shirt. You can get these anywhere. Really, you can go to thrift stores and get the color and the size that you like. What I did to distress this shirt is just I bleached it a little bit so it takes some of the color away and it looks more distressed that way, I think. So, and then I just washed it to get all that bleach off, and it just makes it nice and soft and comfy before we proceed with the next part. Now, as far as the paint that I use on clothing, I like to use paint that is specifically made for fabric. So one of my favorites are Jacquard and Embellishments. You can find these on Amazon, or if you have an artist supply store near you, you can probably purchase it there. They do not sell these brands, as far as I know, in Michael's or any place like that. You can also use chalk paint, but you will need a texture medium for that. And the reason I like these paints is because they wash and wear really well. So, okay, on to the next thing. I am going to use an Iron Orchid Design stamp, and this is the sunflower one. And you can totally freehand this, but I thought for the sake of the video, I would make it a little bit easier because I know some people are nervous about freehanding their art. So we're just going to use this. You can use this stamp with with ink. We do have the ink that goes with these stamps, and they come in different colors, so you can totally ink them. I did not have the ink with me at the moment that I was, making this video, so I just did paint. So I just poured the paint on the paper plate, as you saw, and with my little foam brayer, I brushed it onto the stamp, and yeah, it came out. It's fine. It's perfect. So now I'm just going to continue. This is the fun part. The fun part is that, I'm going to add another flower. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to add another little sunflower, and I'm just going to repeat the process. I am not going to get another clean brayer. I tend to always use the same brush, same brayer for different colors. I feel like it blends well that way, but some people might want to start with a different brayer so that the colors don't mix in. But I like the way they look when they're mixed. So that's me, but you don't have to do it that way. So I know it's hard to see the imprint from this angle because of the sun, but believe me, it's there, and you'll get to see it at the end better. So the fun part that I was talking about earlier, this is where it comes in. I'm just going to get my brush is nice and wet, and I'm just going to grab the colors that I want to use. And then from here on out, it's just blending colors. I like to either use my brushes wet, so the color sinks into the fabric, doesn't just lay on top, or you can spray water on the fabric as well. I will do that in a little bit too. But so as long as the brush is wet and the fabric is wet, not soaking wet, but kind of moist, like I feel like the paint just adheres better and it goes into the fabric, and it's not just laying it on the top, which could, I guess, make it crunchy. So now really it's just all about filling in the outline of these sunflowers that we put on here, and later on making little stems for them. Those will freehand. But this is the fun part. So this is all up to you, the colors you use and how you want to paint them. If you want to make them perfect, if you want to make them color outside the lines, I like to do that. And yeah, so from here on out, this is where you just do you on your flannel. Okay, let's speed this up just a little bit or we'll be here all day. Ready? Let's go. Okay, now that we have the back done, we can just add little touches here and there. I'm going to take the inside of the sleeve, and I'm also going to use another iron orchid. I will just add paint to it and stamp the inside. That way, if you know how sometimes I know I do, I roll up my sleeves, and so you have a little design on the inside. That's just another little extra special touch, I think. That makes it your one-of-a-kind flannel. Okay, now that we're done with the back and the inside of the sleeve, I'm just going to splatter paint on the front. Yes, I'm going to splatter paint because I feel like you need something in the front to, you know, tie it in with what's going on in the back, right? So I'm gonna splatter paint, and the way I do this is I just put the paint on my brush, then dip it in that jar with the water, and then just start tapping it onto the shirt. I do sometimes just smudge it too with my finger. I want to give it the look of like messy paint on this shirt. Okay, and so once more, little touches are always great. So I just figured I had this dragonfly stamp from Iron Orchid Design again, excuse me, and I'm just gonna put it in the front where the pocket is, and yeah, for that other little extra touch. And dragonflies, sunflowers, I feel like they kind of go together. So pretty much this is all of it. And last but not least, I saved scraps of everything, and I happen to have this here that says "Life is Beautiful," and I hand sewed that on. I didn't want perfect stitching, and this is not meant to be a perfect shirt. And yeah, that's it. So life is beautiful. I feel like this top is beautiful, and that's that. And thank you to my friend Amanda from BudSuds here in Westfield, Mass, who modeled a shirt for me, and she did an amazing job. I'll put the link of her shop in the description. See you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe. See you then.